komo bro agukansie mu komo na de bro na de bro say dia na o social no say you focus na kwan be fa so e be di bet what you say kwan fa so e be di bet Brazilian teams no challenge easy and drop Palmeiras ne Porto game na end 0-0 na team football pa die and not Chelsea youngster Abrante friend William Nesteval do our team's exhibition no na nya asem keto akra ebedi hu komo na afi bibia so atumi akoye ewo no mo kopie mo transfers no a transfer news no kakra ho ti yebewura no na afi bibia so no atumi akoye ewo no hye no so se na nsam ne do so kotoko a FA Cup FA Cup champions nti yebebo so kakra na mamemfa results atumi abamu ewo club world cup no mamemfa embrel Ali ene Inter Miami na about the first game 0-0 Bayern Munich che Auckland City for no almost sabruta to yes mo show mo 10-0 na Paris Saint-Germain che Atletico Madrid about no 4 Palmeiras ene Porto about 0-0 ana bobo kwa friend mo Botafogo and so eche Seattle ebo no e kamienu mo team baako ananyume Chelsea 7 p.m. on Los Angeles na bebo saso na Boca Juniors and so ne Benfica ebe reda so da fi bia etumi akonkan show no live wo Facebook oko ABN Radio 1 saso na oko Street is watch now obehu say yes stream show no live bomodia na join na bomodia no like it or like it page na wa share no the comment kakra to me and the aba na yakan e the amount oko YouTube so MYBET.AFRICA TV MYBET.AFRICA TV oko YouTuber on sabet me akan ho Twitter your host also na TikTok so no sports.arena.news obeti nka na emo baby edi agudi no ankasa ye share us ahodo ne ade no eno gbowura mu ewo Telegram account wono saso na chese obehu ye Sports Arena SPORTS na watentemu ARENA owura insider yes bon said the pini wo no my bed formal link bomodea na click so na fe bibia so etu enkoye ehonum and some of the doors until you room, Nafi, ya de chese, and our games no home popo near to me, Eddie Abreu, na be to me a concan, before I ever costume, I mean, common in my own Nafi, yan share my better education, Sima, Nafi, ya, Yinra, transfers in Mukakra Nafi, Yababa Remu, a debate, if you are Nafi, ya club work up. Can games and games never but you ma born the hair baby born na fe we the Victoria no ye the awie na ye the us na e dey finish crowd na bibia atumi akoya money man ma akwaba
yeah list to me so
bibia e kama there
bibia e kama
yeah yen hwe my better education ni kakra
yes I think say open company at time be edi nkomo open company obetimi twa bet afiska MYBET.AFRICA into time bia footwear the man say twa bet obi bia dia obetimi ewini na usika ne so ababeto account no kai say Ghana ha MYBET pe na the only betting platform utwa bet wo mo ha udi ya no ma send you message akai wo say we discover wo mo nti bra na ba fiska no I think betting company be any we asim ha be yes ade na MYBET pe ade nti ni say on person mo kai obi wo ha utimi twa betting slips be 30 nti okohwe mu bi abaako ni mienu bi asay na na we yi nani enu nti na MYBET e dis message ni kai wo no nti baako bo wo ma no ma kai wo say bra na ba fiska o person join the company papa we are nyama miensa penese odi so first go www.mybet.africa o mo platform na top right corner obehu icon be aseko ni green miaso obehu registration is simple first thing your phone number the mobile money transactions now they are share the next thing your username betimi edin bia nickname udin wo betimi use edin bia opeba make sure say most of the time no e bia ofa kwame ama kweku kofia na ebi obi afadeda intitem bia meka say now the number ba ku mienu bia ka ho na ama na unique compared to the other platform so the next one your password obo password ni shemu a we that is the second step now the akwako umia registration is already akwako go then the final one my bet for ebe send the verification code a obo ehye account no account na verify free okono omo wo offers bebre beboa ama wetimi ewini ewo mo platform omo the guarantee boosted odds aba na guarantee boosted odds na adwuma ye ne say odds what betting platforms aka no my bet for apage omo die no into be ko bebi na odds near 1.30 obeba my bet no na 1.50 and 1.45 it is omo de bi aka ho akwan bia so mpese oboa ma otimi wini on platform ensi hwa omo wi a why accumulations and waka wo teams na bobom no omo san say aka bonus no mo dey tie wichi na aka bonus no obi ama 1000 any below 1000 my bet am 1500 kwan bia so no mpese omo ma office count bibie mu no omo de kakra aka ho se na osika no betimi aidu nti obi wo ho a wa hihye 10 teams 100 or to be na ni bonus or the 10 cedi ataichi bo na ni bonus nkwan na almost 500 ansa na the actual winning ni ene na almost 2000 eno pe na betimi nya my MYBET.AFRICA nti ene register na so ba be kan busua no ene ma alter na fa kakra ataichi ubetwa beta eye company ba akopɛ eno MYBET.AFRICA.
Right, yenhwe transfer news kakra de ekoso na afi ya mobobo so kakra na afi say Eucharist say there Arsenal na opese o join it.
Yes,
and Man United na man for yosenka Amore one na ye adwuma pen no ka kwan bia so no ka obehwe na afi wotumi atwene de na but it appears say do you think say a good news edema Arsenal now they have the luxury of choosing between Sesko and Eucharist omutu ni nyina good goal poachers o two Arsenal for obetu omfo say omfa wana na afi me no ka say Florian Wirtz there it appears say by the close of today na ni transfer no bibia go through. Yes, that is currently the news I hear and no na wo sha you know transfers and as a weekend we ensure that then enko nenim sa ensure that enko Hilal for so they are not giving up
on Osimhen
on Victor Osimhen on so ye be hwe obehwe sa inafi ya hwe na you know American report so aba a transfer discussion ti yen hwe ni nyina na afi.
Okay, yen sha se mfi Eucharist wama obi ati ase se onya Arsenal and the team onya obebo ade nti a oka so onya Arsenal obebo no yaka ewa ha se team player bia especially coming into a World Cup season player bia person prove a point uhia team or about top flight games especially in the Champions League in higher competitions maybe can as a Man United adia omo transfers omo ye ebi omo fans ni nje ho but personally I think that they are doing something good. Adi omo ye ne so omo yusu adi ebe friend in football terms omo friend middlemen to try and see if they can convince these players. Omo mpese news ne be ba bonte say Man United akọ sporting on sporting akọ discuss na afi de Eucharist amenko na ba be as every time be omo je rejection free players no. It would middlemen no omo try so mbetimi anya more information on if the player would come, any availability, any day ekoso enunti na Mbemo in common you do baby ebe hu say Mbemo nya signing Man United ye ba ne salary ne na mabontin so also no nya 250,000 obeje and na middleman conversations na ba ye no ene edi nya sa information no nti ene Eucharist omo kobo ni pum ehwe say sisi ano ase yen team komo bia amfa woni team bia huntu nya Man United ene Amore na oni ni be ye adwuma na eno mo ti ase say da bi opese obo Champions League football we hu say as at this time no clubs are na in komo cost so mbetimi ato no ene the likes of Chelsea ene Arsenal ene Chelsea etimi rem e wo dilap nti with a player like him no he say okay Chelsea intimi in terms cabium so mo san koto another striker nti the only option aka Arsenal and one thing about football is say as a player say utimi and publicly say minya team we amebo a ebuama transfer process ni go smooth and I think say on any day no like a strategy and a Eucharist episode the two sporting impending for so because recently there were information going around a sporting director and almost sporting director say in komo be any between Omni Eucharist a friend a gentleman agreement say kwan bia so no obi the 50 ba obetimi de akọ Inti ene se wetimi aka se sport in mimbo biom na minya Arsenal a mebo a kwan bi so no echichire omonsa se ske bi Arsenal de beba no ese mutimeje because player na mo ate ase se ho no pese okọ inti ene se Arsenal e di 60 or di 58 ba or the amount bi aba ese mutimi ye den e penema ne konti strategy a Gyökeres pese play but between ono any Sesko ho na mebe mu no where these two players are Gyökeres e di 27 years Sesko e di 22 where these two players are you can be of football mo say sell on and maybe after sales with player value ni ade ba ko very important uhwe Gyökeres oba Arsenal na nyama ntimi amfa Arsenal ton ne be din yi pa uhwe Sesko on the other hand so oba Arsenal na amfa ne ton no ebetimi a easy because of age wise who players like Kai Havertz aba Chelsea amfa but mutimi move to Arsenal Timo Werner, any other players, and far other teams, but mutimi movie, and when your friend with that sell on value, Gyökeres, we Sesko ahead of Gyökeres. Into us now, as a noun, BB Gina Arteta, so any of new sporting director. So why not a beba club num? And us now, so pressure that Arteta so ye pan. Next season, a season, be Timmy hit the ground running, either winning the Premier League or winning the Champions League at the back of fans nation. And if when Timmy improve a point, even maybe getting into the semi-finals of the final of the Champions League, and now by December on that league in the first star, Arsenal fans be man the pressure ye pa. Until now no about BC striker or be fano very important. But so who be Samia? I think Sesko one important figure. Bet me about Arsenal team me about boa. Now no new sporting directors, new club owners say play or bet me about bonde with a full setup. Mbambe to say me a top player mo amaka na item my Bob ebia in football terms wa Bob Brasemo into you need to feed him to be able to succeed. It's a pressure mo man is assistance mo intimi am perform here a team ne na ebre ono emfa ne ho their growth and their development amoye or need any so abaso ba be goals. These are two quality players, but I'll go for Sesko. Me too Arsenal fan be afu so mo share between the two players are Sesko is an ideal player, but monetary wise I dey back will be play a bigger factor in this transfer because you have to say Sesko RB Leipzig say kwan bia so now this is 80 and a 90 no beja na manako. Now share we afraid the likes of Gyökeres are ukuta 60 obetimi enya na monetary wise be play a factor, age wise be play a factor, but I think semi Arsenal sporting director na me Arteta Sesko would be the right pick for this team. Or aerial duels no, or our shots no, or our chances in the box no. The only disadvantage about Sesko is say name the 1v1 especially with goalkeepers and with defenders ya back and the dribbling ability in this rule. But I think the Premier League no, you Erling Haaland coming from the Bundesliga to the Premier League and ne dribbling ability in this role, but he has been able to bang a lot of goals. I think Sesko any a good system obey me about home than was now. With Florian Wirtz in so same no, I think you a transfer anymore action. I didn't more action here. Sikasem negotiations, payment plans, any add-ons say are very important, especially the transfer fee in this one. Because as of now, Sika Liverpool instant. Ama team a friend we buying Leverkusen 100 million. 50 million na and a scanner ka which in bear more of add-ons. Buying Leverkusen and so she said the add-ons a bebano a bear achievable. And your add-ons are add-ons be akeke. In football, no add-ons be aba osha later ne look achievable, but intimate make sense and they club ne intimate in extra scanners or multimiliano. Example we Anthony Martial from Monaco to Man United. The add-ons are ne which in is a Martial performance and potentials and a boy in Kutano. Na omu hu se boy ni betimi akwa je Ballon d'Or intina ewomu at add-ons so je Ballon d'Or Man United betua that is 20 million ama club no we intimi anje Ballon d'Or and minjin this said there will be any conversation of him even winning a Ballon d'Or, he getting the chance to win a Ballon d'Or intene add-ons no Bayern Leverkusen ehwe se Premier League mutimije se mo performance with the Premier League you good or man with this number of goals otimi we are the Champions League maybe mutimi we are a knockout stage. That are the things we're looking to. And they 17 yama year this week. There's been a schedule. So quite be asked no bet me about England, about any medicals. By Friday he would be a Liverpool player with preseason. Now my Madrid said they are preparing to go. No, obeti me akwa ko about the home modern. With other transfer news are kosono. Ye name say player friend Zabanye. Se see a Bournemouth, Omaton, Horse in Real Madrid. Zabanye another player. Quite be asked no. team a friend Paris Saint-Germain hwɛ so mo de ne ba be come team mu obi be ka Zabani team play or Bournemouth there Paris Saint-Germain de ne ye den be ne omo hwɛ ni inclusion no more of a player coming in to fill that boot of Marquinhos next season any game bia na Marquinhos betimi abo uhia that quality experience so a player now or complement another center back to be able to perform well so Zabani last season or Bournemouth team ni ma or complement Holson ye pa Holson eba with that ball ability with the pace and with the strength adia Zabani eye say or no so e protect Holson so okwenim now betimi protect that back line Paris Saint-Germain setup numa Paris Saint-Germain setup numa player utimi bɔ ne ho modern ɛwɔ saa Holson ability no ɛyɛ player friend no Pacho or that pace or that speed or bibia utimi bɔ ne ho modern na Marquinhos ayɛ saa Zabani role na otinechi or making sure say or control defensive line or be engine the position no cover ye inti ene say Paris Saint-Germain Zabani enye me wanwa because of or that same profile that same ability as player friend Marquinhos but he's more younger than Marquinhos I think omo de ni bem games bi o ha Marquinhos intimi mbo Zabani bebem yehu Champions League game Marquinhos picky injury another Champions League game and Marquinhos with red card intino intimi mbo Zabani ebema with that experience that role in that team no yenhwe ni defensive abilities kakra about tackles won last season Utimi wini that is 36 tackles now the tackles won percentage in the air 69%. The player could have this type of traitor or performing at the highest level. Even at a team like Bournemouth or Mushia, tough strikers, tough opponents, but ultimately performing ye. In himself Bournemouth your team be a pressure door musu defending 90 minutes. And yet the likes of Manchester Cities, the Chelseas, the Arsenal, like Becca say, oh, bet me possess ball anymore. Or mumu defend ye. Usha duels won 142 in a season and also amount the percentage rate of 62%. And the percentage rate no was through year. Now aerial duels, even though the heights need through year, but aerial duels no and also amount 77 no Timmy winning last season. Now the percentage so it was 63. Into percentage wise, tackles won, duels won, any aerial duels won amount 60 plus. Into a player bia amount average number senior you say normal players ma average numbers ne derby but utimi ma that ability etimeboa the interceptions or yeah in games 41 it meaning te or yeah a lot of interceptions senior mekan no obo e complementing the other center back no be ko nenima ejuma ni na no pick sa empty boxes and empty spaces no die hu se ope defender bi obetimi nya compare amu hu ni yi senior Van Dijk e ma Liverpool no or pick that space, pick his second balls, and make sure say nyama koye. Osha blocks are wire in a game or yet by 3, average of 3. Now fouls committed, on time committee fouls baby. Or make sure every time your picky balls no, the fouls are committee 20. Now when the recoveries are 150. Mostly no, the recoveries ain't lead to fouls. A year lead to or picky ball no distributed ball ni. The only thing a year Memphis said disadvantage to Zabani. Any possession and a final third. So obeko final third and obema pass ako final third. Ade ba ko onya ade ba senya me boss no. Onu ne djuma ne so sit back no complement another center back obe say djuma no. Ne dribbled pass the whole of this season 16. Inti man who say onye player bia oye easy to dribble pass. Inti says Zabanye etimi Real Paris Saint-Germain setup no ma. I think you'll be a good inclusion. Sisia with a friend is saying the likes of Kimpembe Mwabano with Zabani, Kimpembe, Pacho, and Marquinhos. Eba be a good center pairing going into next season. You know, team a friend Paris Saint-Germain can win the Liga and win any trophy available. So mutiminya Zabani eka omutim ne ho. Osimhen enei senior our boss no. Why na dwen say kwan bia so nenim say alali eko say obe na dwen say omo be den. Omo be manis kaske bi opebia. It went up to 450,000 a week, which Ebabe one of the most paid or one of the highest paid players in the world. Bene or rejected sa de no. Na in semsema ekoso efa Osimhen no say nei report aba say alali for so my imagine say on person mu say nra conversation mu bio. On person mu your imagine say Osimhen kwan bia so no omo twe no eba Saudi league no. Ade intini say omo hu the ability owo. na upe player obetimi ama number of goals ewo league mu a Victor Osimhen waye wo Italy waye wo Turkey nti omo hwe so obetimi aba abeye ewo Saudi league no but adenti a conversation we akosro ni say Indra there was a post by Puja that is a Nigerian videographer and a photographer mostly no FIFA ho adwuma nyama bebre ma FIFA na ohwe ni post na say Victor Osimhen's next club remain in Saudi. Yes, 44. That is amounted. That's all. No, 61. And now another team in Europe. Yes, 33. And now no, 72. And now Saudi Pro League. Yes, 15. And now no, 90. Into so me fan is saying we about football terms odds. Odds we are the so 15. It meaning say the likely say Osimhen be signing for a Saudi club. It was true. And this post was made yesterday before a report say Saudi club not saying remubium. So meaning say there are conversations behind going on between maybe Osimhen and down for 4 years celebrities. And there are things that maybe all catch on and I also know this post came out. Now post where about Bontini Adebakwa I don't think say it's good for Osimhen's image. As a professional player no ye name him say unkomo de metimi ni listo wa metimi no abedi nkomo afa show you but me better show ni so mboso because enna make us professionals on the show inti ene said this post about bontia na the odds at 15 compared to even he staying in an European country almost 44 and 33 meaning say the likelihood say Osimhen ebeko Saudi league no very high. And this has been something we've seen a lot of media houses bashing the likes of with the celebrities who are in connection with Osimhen. A lot of media houses bashing the agent of Victor Osimhen. A lot of media houses bashing the entourage of Victor Osimhen. Because who say Osimhen in common no break down into a salary contract no. Osimhen the salary per week 12 million. 12 million see breaking it down at least over. It's not even up to 300,000. And no na Osimhen say so move it to any top club in Europe or Monfamano. As a now I didn't come or what take no na Osimhen edge less than 200,000. But no be him. And these are conversations akoso and we've seen say the media or some of the bloggers are making it feel say Osimhen is scanope but enyes kasem eyenkofo mo ben nkomo mu di no enam eno so intina nyama we koso. Recently there was a video trending on X. Another person was in video contact with Osimhen no mudi nkomo video so na nipa na ka say ese Chelsea timi tono ese Chelsea timi di scan be fa no and na Osimhen esre ewechi, which I think in football terms, especially in a transfer window saying is very bad. And unti they are sounding their players, especially in South America, to say the likes of Neymar, Mehumbi, of Richarlison, na ubini needing komo concerning transfers. Unye bimbo or Tottenham into moving few or kati phone call no. Because any business side or no way are down for mobile medium komo biya mo pese mudi ebia unyama ekoso omukuro mu maybe in someone say mana bibi emfa ho but anything relating to ade any profession there on person no udi nkomo ba Osimhen no aba be too much enei post here that is the photographer ni post here no he had to take it down because no who's a bash na also now o share the screenshot on the commenter. There was a comment above Obi, a normal Nigerian going on with his life, a comment here and it's true. Meaning the virus the better so amaya. The comment was, at this point Osimhen has nothing but himself to blame if he destroys his career. Which kind of damn people does he associate with? And yes and it is a good reflection of whatever is going on, because you don't relate yourself with people obeba be posti bibi keke online. You don't relate yourself with people ultimately confining them with some particular information obeba abontia ba beka and obeba be you to you even in music terms obitimi ni obi bonyom na enwom ne wo nipa na enwom ne de ne opa no be release untimi mba abontin embe bonyom ne hu bibia nche abontin so for because there is that credibility, that partnership I'm creating, you don't want to spoil. If there are comments going on about Osimhen, say it's very bad. Okay. And I hope that before the transfer windows and he can be able to get a club and play. And an African in Libya, say we can see Osimhen playing an European club. But send Anyama Konenye more said by the end of the transfer windows, we see Osimhen playing in the Saudi Pro League. It's something rumors have made us know say it is surely to happen. Okay. The last thing Italy for up a new coach. Omopamo Spalletti. The new coach at Italy for Gattuso.
Gennaro Gattuso.
You can't Gattuso. You be him say Gattuso about football. Mo be another time. Mo pain Japan. Gattuso. And with me run the coaching career. Muka kra. And I'm no Italy for the Jumanamano. But on the personal side, Ubisamia, I think it was a bad decision from the Italian Federation. I didn't make us say. We've seen times, federations, fans, even players, if let's say national team there, it should be coached by someone from that particular nation. Especially in Africa, you advocate this Ghana, I advocate this in Europe. Nations need to advocate and De La Fonte on the Kuta Spanish national team Nyama Kuyi. Usha their summer is working, their summer is not working. Spalletti before Italian national team way. Nyama Timi Koyi, it do baby it declined and Nyama Koyi. You who say England they've tried to get English managers in Koyi and Ometime Rema Kwakofa Thomas Tuchel. So betimi abo mama the next World Cup obetimi win am menei Italy ahese Gattuso Embrambe Fatim no ntimi mbɔ ne ho mɔden. Ohwɛ ni coaching career. Any teams are waiting me a coach ya. Coach team a friend Pesa. Na Pesa coach coach you no ohwɛ ni winning rate per game Emma 1.9 per game. And no na team a meet me akase na ni winning rate ni was through year because he took them in a good times. Now omo good players at the lower league and nyama ekosu ye. The next team obe coach here Valencia. Now you know the winning rate 1.2 or 1.2 points per game. Now no so wo fam ye. And obe fam obenya Marseille Juma and we friend is saying the likes of we friend is saying Inter Milan, AC Milan mo no timi we many the Italian national team at the position namano. I think in a rebuilding stage, Italy woman, they need a top coach to be able to handle the national team and do things right. Gattuso or a player we are me penasem ye ba besi and me penasem, and I think he's not the right man for the Italian national team as of now. I think they need a top coach. They need some call Claudio Ranieri who so beti me about which would have been the best coach to handle the national team ba or reject it offer no and nothing no me call Gattuso. But I'm looking at we can look at it from afar. And say a coaching career in Nyama Nkoye, but maybe he can get into the job and do things right. But on a personal level, no, I think he's not a good coach for Italian national team, especially going into a World Cup season and they need to qualify and also perform so well. They've missed out of some major World Cup competitions, and the last one. Yes, they need to enter into this World Cup and perform well. And I think Gattuso is not the right man. But on starting Jumani, they ain't me and can be bia and koenimi. And this was starting Jumana about 1 or 2 matches. Ne na me honi aba analyzing ye. Okay,
right. Into young clear debate in info on 10. And they will call a year world footballer. We've had best a year duo. We've had best trio. We've had all kind of a year, and mostly they are midfield and attackers. It's Ibenya BBC at some point, Ibenya MNS at some point, Ibenya Mazaka, Mata Hazard, Oscar at some point. Ibenya Salah, Mane, Firmino at some point. Any idea? And then we are looking at Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain. One a year. The best pair of fullbacks. Okoye Paris Saint-Germain, Ashraf Hakimi, and Nuno Mendes, and Uba Chelsea, Cucurella, and Reece James. I'm for the one Ejitum say Reece James is fully fitter. He's the best right back in the world. Cucurella in the past seasons show especially with the Italian national team and with Chelsea. So na yehu Nuno Mendes after a movie from Sporting to Paris Saint-Germain no. Otumi a distinguishing no ye pa. So na Ashraf Hakimi. Omo tu no. Se o chichiri team se sia. Se bia wo chichiri team. Why na obefa no? Ede na ayede wa build build team. Ahead the two full backs. My Mr. Team fee Benedict eho.
Yes, you share this pairing. I think in world football now, you share there are top teams or more good right backs and left back. But now, no, with the right back and left back consistency, like they playing and they putting up a good performance for their club and also national team, no. Untimi and ye, these 4 players in film. Ye name him say Mendes, the performance was sure ye. Wabua Paris Saint-Germain amawaji trophies ni area Sanji Nations League account. Hakimi, on the other hand, with me in the national team area at the semi-finals of the World Cup, I was a good performance. Okay, Rhys James, he was one of the best talents coming from your friend is saying Cobham, Uyi John Terry Mufriwa, and he's now the captain of Chelsea. Injuries not him, but he's one of the best right backs in the Premier League. Cucurella, while reviving a career year with the Spanish national team and also with Chelsea. Ushe this particular pairing with me, I would go for Mendes and also Hakimi. At the Inter-Makers, I would go for Mendes and Hakimi. And they say, Oshe player, a friend of Hakimi, senior career is our boy. He has been one of the players, he has played one of the best teams in the world. And we are seeing who play a ball boy, a gina, the movement. At the Inter-Makers, and they say, who the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo playing for Real Madrid performing so well, Man United performing so well, Juventus performing so well, and Al Nassr performing so well. Moving into a new country, moving into a new region, moving into a new club, it brings the best out of you. Players they can move into a new club in the same league, but performance in Koye. The likes of Fernando Torres moving from Liverpool to Chelsea and far. And Uyi Hakimi, he has played Real Madrid about 17 games where the performance was so high. Okobo Dortmund performance this time was through. Ora Inter Milan performance was through. And Osandi Beria Paris Saint-Germain. So he has played 4 quality teams, which you heard the FIFA Club World Cup. These 4 teams performing, meaning that they are on top form. And now Uji Bibia Tunche and the player traits as a player like Hakimi at the age of 26. Ebano player traits kakra the touches in a game, he's one of the best. Oma 100% the chances creation, Oma 100% shot attempt, Oma 99%. In the goals, even as a fullback, Oma 98%. But the only problem as a defender, any defensive action, that is the right role I guess what team play, and Oma 15%, and then the aerial duels 1, and also Oma 10%. Into this player in a right back position. Performance no was show. Na mean traso ye can be mu a eba ne trophies a wetimi age as a player. Waje the Champions League 2 times or Real Madrid. As a Real Madrid player, waje La Liga in 2016, Champions League no age was in 2017, 2018 and 2016, 2017. Waje Super Cup 2017, 2018. Waje FIFA Club World Cup ya boy. Waje be in 2017 and waje Super Cup. Oba Paris Saint-Germain wetimi replicate the same thing. So, you can one of the best right backs in the world you play a friend Hakimi. Even the likes of your friend is saying Rhys James more Mbeno. Because about the Champions League, Sisi wajene 3 times. Ebano, your friend is saying tournament and now national competitions league. Waje ewo Spain, waje ewo France, and now Oko Dortmund. Otimiji Super Cup Dortmund, that is the Bundesliga Super Cup. And wasanji a league title ewo Inter Milan with 3 clubs, with out of 4 clubs our born emu 3 with imagine we nation leagues ewo and waje Champions League 3 times, and I don't think any right back in the world as at now beat me comparing who to Hakimi. He comes before every right back in the world. Now the performance in the final third and also making sure say he contribute to the team. And the Paris Saint-Germain ball more boni na jina player friend Hakimi so any Vertinia, any the likes of Ousmane Dembele, they put up good performance and perform so well. And now Menusuntina Metimiaka say he's one of the best right backs. And so they compare Rhys James or any other right back, Alexander-Arnold, Carvajal or Obibia Jules Koundé Muna, I'll take him ahead of any of them in my team. The next player made in home como a player friend we Mendes and Nuno Mendes ono nso hwe player career kakra about Sporting, that is 2019 and Copim 2022 and obebo Paris Saint-Germain in 2021 ebepim 2025 ono nso hwe the only time make us onya a bad season Sporting in the last stages of the Sporting career with injury into ultimately about 3 games pe Enumpono Utimima 1 assist in that 3 games or boy. Etchen the level of contribution in his game. Yesheno stats kakra ebano passing and in nyama eba passing he's one of the best. O make sure say per game Utimi contribute with 58 passes in a game. The long ball accuracy 100%. The chances creation per game oma 3% or na enye say jumane penny defensive actions as a noun in top European football about the tackles won in a game oma 100%. He has been able to pocket the likes of Mohamed Salah, Bukayo Saka, Lamine Yamal and those top wingers I him say about the right wing position they will give you a lot. And you hear the player profile kakra the touches in the box oma 99%. The short attempt Omar that is 77%. The goals Omar 85%. So the goals are kind of game. This season has been the highest scoring game. Waiting me share 6 goals in a game. The chances creation from the left back position Omar that is 84%. Then the aerial duels won Omar 61%. Defensive action Omar 46%. You nim say Oshe omu defensive action on Hakimia. Their defensive action say of fem kakra. I didn't tell them say it depends on the club they play for. I didn't tell me boss a cast the club they play for and they say, Oshana, they are more of attacking oriented team. Into any Paris Saint-Germain set up in games, Ubehun se Mendes Aki Chikaka, Senya Hakimi bet me overlapping. Games almost feel their wingers are not that tough, no. Hakimi, any Mendes na Sergi forward, na Pacho, Marquinhos, any the likes of your friend is saying Nuno Neves any Vitinha be drop ya ba be boy defensive line ono nso hwe we are obo Sporting Otimije League Otimije their Super Cup Otimije their FA Cup nso wo ho oberia Paris Saint-Germain waje Champions League waje the French League 4 times waje Copa de France 2 times and waje France the Championship and also 3 times and any Nations League with me asanje ama team I friend country friend Portugal into this fullback pairing they come with experience, they come with a lot of trophies and they come with an in-game player name. Every manager epe on the wing on the fullbacks mu and then him say top managers say the fullback beat me inverted or beat me overlap or beat me about into those left half spaces and these are the 2 best players in the world on beat me about that particular possessional play now every manager know. I think under any day say Hakimi any Mendes even our Chelsea team no matter they will bench Cucurella and also Rhys James because I think they are also good quality players but they are not on the level compared to Hakimi any Marquinhos any Mendes sorry
right obviously Rhys James and Cucurella will stand tall we are say oh compare omutu no any Paris Saint-Germain omo pair no the reason being that the daily opposition these 2 players FAC and the number of times they've come on top standing tall. We've seen Rhys James if fully fit, nobody at all in this world, a complete package. He's very good defensively, very good offensively. He can invert. He can do everything as a defender. And he also has a splendid set piece attribute. A kind of game one. Look, Rhys James bring a leadership quality. After so many years absence, now he's been called back to the English national team. And Obianim says Rhys James a fitter. A fully fit Rhys James. No right back in the world. Anybody to me didn't why they are compared. He's helped this particular Chelsea team at a time where na senior players were oboremu ebejini position e team anymore. Then after Chelsea go through a transition with to me leadership qualities to me aba. And when he's on the ball you can clearly see the quality he brings on board. Obviously, yes, Hakimi a good player. world-class player, but Rhys James is level above him in terms of defensive abilities. Or South African game, no, he's very well grounded. And if Rhys James help ball right back, if you are a left winger, you know, sir, you are in for trouble. And we've seen players like Rafael Leao, we've seen players like Vinny Jr. coming out clearly to say, sir, it is not easy when you are playing against Rhys James. He always dominates you, and it is not even about only defending. His ability to combine the overlapping aspect of the game. Otimibo wing back, Otimibo right back, Otimibo be a midfield and kasa Otimibo then. If you are looking for a complete package, obviously, Rhys James, in terms of trophies there, it is there for everybody to see. He's won the Champions League. He's won the Conference League. He's young and he's ready to compete and help Chelsea to win a lot of laurels. But in terms of quality overall, obviously, you are looking at the league that they are playing. If you compare the two legs, yes, you say PSG to the Champions League. But overall, if you are comparing the league, obviously the English Premier League is much tougher and much stronger than the French league. And if the over a much tougher league, if facing much tougher oppositions, much tougher wingers, or dominating omo, stop you meet a world class wingers, stop you obviously. You if you are building a team right now, Rhys James never pick with Cucurella. Look, he doesn't need any introduction. Obi will follow Cucurella from Barcelona. Obi Boremu or Eba Boremu or Brighton and Hove Albion. And he moved to Chelsea and it take a longer period for him to settle. But in terms of the quality, he's a defender. Obviously, you know that you are not passing him. And you're the other ball in the fan. Ebia this season, 3 matches behind Ebia Nuno Mendes. Stop it, wingers behind. More Salamoni are there. The Cucurella stop you. He's yet to meet Lamine Yamal, obviously. He's yet to meet, and I have no doubt that Oceano will stop him because he's met a much tougher, much dynamic wingers, much stronger wingers. Nina what you mean the stop you. Cucurella performances from the days from Barcelona, Brighton, and Chelsea, and they were turning the career around, playing for Chelsea in the biggest league, and I say the most competitive league in the world, dominating wingers, and of course Spanish national team. Obi to say you are no go. Debbie. On cross, playing crucial role for Spain in their recent quest in winning Euros. No. Obviously, these two pair, if you have them, you can be rest assured, say, going forward and defending. You know, say, Oda Obed and Obeda. You know, say, Oda Obed Obed. And Yamba 4-5 matches be you. And Omu Yehu about the kind of exposure as Omanya playing against tougher wingers and tougher oppositions. And then Rhys James and Cucurella stand tall. I will not take anything away from Paris Saint-Germain pair no. Yafi no muyebi. Yafi no muyedei. Omuyebi. This season, yeah, even in the after omu ball omu playoffs no. And san yehu omu. We saw them against Girona. We saw them in the group phase. We saw them against PSV and Novin. Home. Asnachi omo 3. Asnachi omo 3 Emirates. Inti half season penal omo to me apejo omo performance ni muno cannot overshadow a consistent performance in recent years. Omo dominating back-to-back oppositions every time here and there. Back to back. Inti in terms of experience, in terms of consistently giving 9/10, 10/10, 9/10, 10/10 performances, obviously, Rhys James and Cucurella stand tall a year ahead of Paris Saint-Germain duo, Achraf Hakimi and Nuno Mendes. Indeed, also only adwena the one na ya adwene betumi e de so adwene kire atumi de abante ase ne de na debate no ebesi na afi ya bowura mu e wo Club World Cup games atumi abaso dada ama yatumi abobobo so afan. Yes, mamensa emboso biem for the emphasis yenso amoso biem endra na 2:00 and a match ba kutodwa Botafogo and Seattle Sundowns and a boy. Yehu Ali and Inter Miami, Bayern Munich at Auckland City Channel 10, Paris Saint-Germain at Atletico Madrid 4, and a Palmeiras and so Porto. Moneyman Yenshe yes our games we mu. Ali ni Inter Miami. What was wrong with both teams? It appears it was 2 halves. Ali for any dominating first half, Sanya a penalty almost and then in the second half, Basa Messi Inter Miami Bemu, Messi to me chances be an also to me, but the goalkeeper was up to the task. Then Bayern Munich switch a part-time football as a bomb 10. Paris Saint-Germain, Atletico Madrid and Palmeiras.
Yes, I think FIFA Club World Cup now my one of the most exciting tournaments per se, especially you start here and chair Osha games Abampo into 5. But am the difference between the European football, African football, and any other competitions almost on other continents in so bono. Osha with Ali any Inter Miami ball now. Ultimately it was a game between two teams. One had energy and pace, one had experience on their side. And the my game the course. In the first half, I was really disappointed in Ali performance or modernity because with the pace they were having and experience Kakane or the likes of Trezeguet and Zizou, I was expecting them to convert a lot of their chances. Where chances of Munya on the night, big chances of Munya was 5. No, me say 5 big chances. And it's very poor, especially meeting a team like Inter Miami. When you say group now, you need to win this game, but they were able to not score a goal. And even a penalty for Trezeguet. Near him say the penalty record in Yade Bakwa, it was through ye. In his last 5 penalties was say 4. So meaning the penalties in this through ye. But it was something I was very disappointed for Ali. We are looking at the African teams participating in this tournament to perform so well, and we didn't see. But Inter Miami on the other hand, a coach in Mascherano, in the second half, making sure so basically stop it that counter attack now Ali for person born and use the experience in Busquets, Messi and Suarez to be able to turn it around. That we saw a different second half. Second half kind the game were in 2 halves. First half Ali Bobo and but in the second half you Inter Miami experience from Lionel Messi. A top player like Lionel Messi, man a time. And we could see say the free kicks, the corners were very vital in the game. He would have converted that free kick, and also he got a chance from the corner liner. So this is one thing these games bring you. But I'm looking at Ali performance. Say in their next game on Bebono, on Betimia Bom more them. Bayern Munich, any Auckland City. I think it was one game. We were expecting a high score line, but not 10. I say na no we do. We are seeing my teams mienu almost so mua. Kwine bi aso no, inyama akoyi u, nyama nkoyi u. Ombetimi ahyewa ma obuofu na Bayern Munich and Manchester City. These two teams, omunya ona performance in this round, ompese omo punish you. And no na Bayern Munich the Auckland City. Okay, performance wise, Musiala it me share 3 goals after injury. Coming in and scoring hat-trick was something that was very important. Mola it me 2 goals, Olise and so it me 2 goals and assist, and a Coleman and so it me 2 goals. Okay, statistic wise, Bayern Munich a ball shot in 31. 17 and on target. Bayern Munich is in 7 big chances. It me say 2. It says how 2 ni be kan 1 ke ni ke bitimi hu 12. Auckland for no, I think performance wise, no Munim said they can't match a team like Bayern Munich, but they came into the tournament just to play. Oshe at the end of the game, goalkeeper friend corner Tracy. Obeka same be so no. Ewo Nikrome New Zealand no. Ejumo oye warehouse we are friends saying forklifter omo lifty we friend is saying boxes ne nyama every baby ko baby na football na it a part-time career nti eni ono onye ye bisa ne career ye pan ko onye footballer ono ye adwuma warehouse nti after the game oka say club tournament we on my baby almost getting to 2 weeks no ade ba ko ebe ha ne ye because ni bills ni nyama ba ku bi no ni tua be anything but all ba na de ba ko na e ma ne arehemu de ba tournament we ni say obetimi aka say oda po mu ehia Bayern Munich ehia Boca Juniors ehia Benfica enne ade ba ko a ni ji e ma no na me no so no omutimi bo mo modern but when looking at they coming in and performing high against team a friend Bayern Munich which Bayern Munich won 10-0 we am group ni dia Benfica Boca Juniors a difficult game my team a friend Bayern Munich but I think that they will qualify ahead of every team e will group we Paris Saint-Germain performance no was true they are one team about the total football let's dominate let's play and make sure say nyama be ko ye no but Paris Saint-Germain a team be on mouse high level of football no be any say open team are defensively they are solid in the world we Inter Milan and Atletico Madrid na ne wo say team ayen bo chinchini defense these two teams but these two teams na share Paris Saint-Germain they've been defeated 5-0 and 4-0 respectively and which the level of football Paris Saint-Germain about this season and it was a game I was a bit disappointed in Simeone I didn't make us and say Paris Saint-Germain their weakest link in their setup that Hakimi right back position because he surges forward more you need a sharp winger in that particular position and then say team be about Paris Saint-Germain if you only say that right wing back no here a left winger he's sharp he's good 1v1 obey a lot of pressure because Hakimi kon anima Marquinhos na protected that place no into any Marquinhos need that pace into a pacey winger betimi ha where Simeone went into that game with Lino on that position and Lino and him say do be to me bono as a left back even as a right back and going into a team like this now it was a bread and butter for team a friend Paris Saint-Germain defensively they weren't disturbed because Lino more into me a lot of pressure a team who said the game ended in a 4-0 Kvaratskhelia has been one of the players in this Paris Saint-Germain setup game in game out his performance so well with 2 assists and winning the man of the match it's me boy and they group ma the likes of Botafogo and draw boy with a 2-1 and Sounders in draw so Elusu I think Atletico will surely qualify in this group their performance is so high and they'll be able to get good points from Sanders any Botafogo and so and there will be some crucial games so ni ababe discuss it and also muye
yeah timede ina manifestors na man
yes
yes Benfica Boca Juniors ne Benfica be Chelsea ne Los Angeles be and Flamingo ne Esperance
yes
be bonti yenhwe game we
yes yen start in free that is Botafogo and Benfica game no this is one game
Boca Juniors.
Boca Juniors. Yeah, Boca Juniors. Sorry, Boca Juniors. Any team my friend or Benfica game. These are two teams. Performance was show in their various leagues. Oshe Boca Juniors. Their last 5 games in Yamin Timi Anko Ye Momo wini 1 game and Omulusu that is 2 number draw 2. So performance wise coming into the FIFA Club World Cup, no they are no sure. You would write them off against a team like Benfica. Now Oshe a team like Benfica also coming into this season on the last 5 games we need 2 able draw 2 and we lose 1 against a high opponent at Sporting Lisbon. One thing about team Mebonijin that is Boca Juniors they say one thing this South American clubs are showing us in the FIFA Club World Cup they say they have that same pedigree, that same level, that same standard or that same physique as the European teams. In Tindra Palmeiras against Porto. Performance at Palmeiras etimidanidi and they make sure they go boot to boot. Tindra and Palmeiras take your chances they would have defeated Team Efreni Porto. And today we are going to see something similar in this game. Team Efreni Boca Juniors, they are a high level team. Performance no was show. Papa. And they make sure say when they go into games they go in and perform so well. In TNA and say they can put up a good performance. They need to make their fans happy because in their last league competition on boy and performance they were sit on the table. Into the FIFA Club World Cup tournament bia minjin this any Boca Junior fan has on betimiaje, but they're looking at putting up a good performance against top clubs like Benfica, putting up a good performance against the Bayern Munich, and also Auckland City they be on the Chinga. So these are good teams that they need to play so well against and also qualify for the next round. Not teams on betimi Shiano or betimi Abomo in this fixture. So become MYBET.AFRICA football am the man they say fixture we are not going to see a lot of goals in it. Benfica a team bia omunta she go here last 5 games the goals are washe just the final game against a lower league tier no team share 6. Apart from that the average goal washe in a game A2. Oshe on the other hand Boca Juniors on also the average game washe in a game A2. So these two teams share a lot of goals. In MYBET.AFRICA bet builder option or more the this game there will be a lot of bookings in it. Into bookings over 3.5 over 4.5 is likely to happen. Goals wise, Meko under 3.5 in this game. There wouldn't be a lot of goals in this game. Now a team to win, Meko for Benfica win or draw in this game. Into my bet builder on this game no. Ebe Benfica win or draw under 3.5 in the game and a bookings of over 3.5. The next game I'm sure Chelsea and Los Angeles. In name say Los Angeles FC on any day no me team bia nko team bo FIFA Club World Cup no am nyama ba kum yenu bi nso no mutimi nya playoff etimi nya chance etimi we mu and the performance wise on the Chelsea now performance was sure ye in their last 5 games on my bono o me wini mu 3 no wini ye no wini mu 3 and wa draw 2 and a Chelsea so etimi wini 4 and we lose 1 against Newcastle. Into performance wise, these are 2 teams are performance no show. Now Los Angeles in their last 10 games lose to omun lose here. Coming into this game, omun lose here. They have some key players. So Los Angeles the team but they have 2 crucial players in their team. In Olivier Giroud and a friend is Hugo Luis. That is Tottenham and an Arsenal or a former Chelsea player. These are top players. Unim say going into game tournament way. I mean who say goalkeepers are key players in this tournament. From games I actually now and where Hugo Luis will be one important figure in this game. How he can stop the likes of Nicolas Jackson, Liam Delap, Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke, and Enzo Fernandez not getting goals against their side. This game will be a very difficult game. Maya and Shannon people said these are 2 teams. Odds ni favor Chelsea, yes, but to be a very difficult game. I'm tipping Chelsea to win in this game. Likely Chelsea win because they need to kick off their FIFA Club World Cup season so well. So Chelsea to win in this game, there will be a lot of goals. Los Angeles team no list to Omushe goals. In their last game, they average at least 2 goals per game. Omu win a 3-1, a 2-1, a 2-2 draw, a 2-2 draw, and a 4-0. Into a team here, they score a lot of goals. Into an Los Angeles will surely score Chelsea. Chelsea so prove say yes, they are also a high scoring game. Their high scoring team. Their last game against Robert is share 4-1 in the Conference League. So over 2.5 is likely to happen in this game. The 2 teams near high scoring in there. Unim say at the corners because there will be a lot of chances created. Into this game, make up for Chelsea win or draw and over 2.5 in the game, and also a corners of over 7.5 or over 8.5 in this game. Into my bet builder, and until you see intra better on my bet, no more bet builder, into Chelsea straight win over 2.5 and a corners over 7 over 8, depending on the odds in favor of and the last game maybe the home common. Number 1, that is how much one. That is Flamingo and the Esperance, the African interest. Na ye na say Esperance senior alali etimi ambon homodi omutimi nya a point at least no Esperance a betimi be say these 2 teams are list to team form record near pe in their last 5 games to be a win 4 about draw baako, and that draw ended in a 0-0 similar to both teams. Performance wise, Flamingo the last 8 games won't lose here. The same as Esperance last 6 games won't lose here. And these games are coming with unbeaten records into this fixture. This fixture will be a very important fixture for both teams, especially in a group with Chelsea and also with your friends Los Angeles. This will be one fixture I think it favors Flamingo, especially with the background of Mufiba. They are coming from a background with a strong football background. They love the sports, and I wouldn't be surprised if fans the BF Stadium home to be able to motivate their team. Esperance, the African background, especially the North Africans, such as football wise, they can play similar to the Europeans. In TNA, we'll see Esperance dominating, coming out to play. This fixture is one fixture there will be a lot of goals in it. These two teams score. Esperance will now on a good day or be show ye. Flamingo into a good day or no be show ye. And in this game, Metipe Flamingo to win or draw over 1.5 goals in this game, and also a bookings of over 3.5 because these are two teams that they are physical. And there will be a lot of cards in this game. Intino may come and MYBET.AFRICA bet builder. Flamingo win or draw over 1.5 and bookings over 3.5. I'm expecting this game to happen. We are looking at today's games. There be a lot of goals, and we're looking at a good FIFA Club World Cup game today.
Okay. Right. Into to me every games no na yenko editorial quickly na ne mobile sports mo boxing baby a of a big interest into your private individual or your promoter and or starting the promotion no somewhere last year or promoting the first bout which included a former Olympic bronze medalist Samuel Techi. Na Okatechi Fifa or social media blogger. No oka politics in some na wa kamba sports nim.
Okay.
So what I say per se or my sports no or the politics sports nim ti per se set records in street. Ti asama Okatechi Fifa social media blogger Okafa Sharaf Mahama or no and legacy rising
and Yakufado Baba when Yasika Ekoye Shumunam restaurant ya man for Tibida and Rechi Yajo Mama Ba when you're Jumada what Minyaska organize a boxing match Anthony Joshua Munaba man for anybody so sure when Yasika way but the entire way in your question of interest and say yes no a Kofadu Bay Bitimunya one na many Wakoka Timunya Wamo man for anybody and a more for ya via wa mo awia a painter wa wo Roman father man for na betie no carpet o mo da so nyane awia say goodwill now hey one for do why are there organizing football a boxing match Anthony Joshua Maba reviving our boxing and kanya hwe now so the time no mo yeso ayi ni ade ni ba ya fanto o mbetuma da pa dia fanto for the people. Hey, Sharaf, you. Go, Womanka. Man for no so man. There's a minam boka. Mofa, Mofa Bikranka, come say, you want wine service that. Mofa Bikram. Communication service. Obi?
Aha, in some more canning na no person say former President Kufuor Babi near the ade and President Mahama Ba nanu ya onye adwumada okofa Anthony Joshua mo de oma ba krom ase onye sika wo he ene ade first of all was a certain records in street say se President Mahama Ba nanu ya ena ne ba no adwumadi bi sei enti mo be hwe na afi mo de the first image net media to so am in 2004 and 2024 and the first about Basso yes 2024 the first about and to say 22nd December 22nd December Pachona Juan and president
22nd the ne Nana
Kufuor na president so if say obi ekase nanu ya President Mahama Ba yi ena ne ba akwakofa nkrofo de aba Ghana ha se ya na nipa kro no ida say onye ne research yi ana say deliberate attempt say mrebi atwam na ono ankasa kasa wo de yemra inside ha na bia wo de betu echa mamia mrebi atwam ono agitum say ono na jandam na oye de oye okese hosun adoye na one no kotena asori dan bi achi na omo hyehye se ade ne nye no kre but yenko ne nko kasa ye den no kre ono ananum asem na sa nipa we oye de oka ndi ze ne wabana ade a enye no kre or dane no na amana hu no kra e wo say ye den ye straight no because at the end of the day if say abrante na oye Sharaf Mahama no oye private citizen to say ono no usi wona all pointing insa no me a metia say me a private citizen me nim political position Sharaf Mahama eden ikra for anybody to hold him accountable. I think it doesn't really make sense. If Ojin say be a private citizen be or na oye nyema bi a ensen fata obe alert the security agency say abrante we oye Ghana ni but ne ye bi a oye no ye believe say enye we nti no why the wama tip off and na nti ye wo whistleblower act e wo no ma amanfo kokko report amanfo de bia say na be bi mu ye drugs ni ade but say obi ye government appointee dia eno no eye oman ne hwe no oman he's in charge of oman ne ejapade so ubetima holding accountable in this case sabi okatachi want to mean hodi Mahama Sharaf Mahama accountable because he doesn't owe you or anybody accountability. It's as simple as that. Ono ankasa individual no why na adwen say this is my passion, and it appears that the guy will love for sports. He was a player but want to be on board to the highest level or be a FIFA agent at some point who say no ni other FIFA agent for no movement near there and I feel movie to legacy rise sports promotion what promoting bout near there I know boxers are odiomo call UK and climate grass na ba kukura mbeso be ba near there o chense chale chema we me me gu mani ma se yensa ango then hu ba kunie bukomba nkuba ambitious tilapia bukomba nkuba ni odeniko UK for boxing bout. So this is a young man in as much as any papa politician, any papa president. Onu believe say also onu so ye den enya onu an part. Right? So obeba politics mu and ye binim. But for now no onu na e kire say opese onu an den e the part when the part ni say obe give it back to society by what so obey promotion. And Ghana say promoters wo fem pa. Wo hwe ye boxing history. Now we hear the number of promoters Ghana has here. So if we get people like a young man like that, I say obe room. Na say young protected ne allow selfish individuals be say on my bet now ayomu jandam niama. Ye ni sa na dey. Yes we amwa. And first of all, the questions you are asking, no, to be honest, if you opa kona ko trase ne analyze na make no. Eye wo na wa kire say wo ni integrity. What you say, you are not showing, say, we are ignorant about what you are saying. You've shown clearly, say, a jandam na pesa we the way. O pesa who caught it a year. A man for now, who believes that o kasachrom. You think say everybody is sabi foolish. It's why you say, oh, muntum yamati say 2016 at the end. But when would the reaction ever? When would the reaction? You will be one more kasati musa ko on class muda. But he is telling you, say, at the end of the year, and sabi nyansanim, and to portray yourself, say, we are hene. Na obi asabi on track class dem da kra be fa camera dey asi ni dem atumi ahu se nsem a wo kan ni nyina no this particular one no dey nyansa nim no it speaks volumes about you. It speaks volumes about you. That spirited scandal expedition na aba manfo bi mu no dey na moje asa ye change scandals inti ani ye hu bibia me sure say na Mahama bagay no pons na wo twini lipstick no bebisa say onya scan wo hen. It doesn't really make sense. Let us raise the discourse. Let's raise the conversation. Political commentaries, you know, you can talk about a lot of things because we are a developing country. There are a lot of things ahead there. Koso wo man ni mu flood near the ade amanfo efan so kwai BC yomu ye see accident na no kresi bi makofa insuo so ma bi matom ni ade a whole lot of things are obetimi ade a use platform there can wasam, but it appears 2016 format now, but it will not work. This is a young guy who started this job when Akufo-Addo was in power. He has never served in government before, and Akufo-Addo bana wo kana asem no Akufo-Addo bano no serving in government. Creative Act the now she was part. Yes, spare parts deal be near the idea. Enukrano, a hun some year the ever honor. Omo yen penti overhead near the idea. A kufado ban in yasa contract. So if se omono and chiomo and fear by any no the omo by any more, they've exposed themselves for a public scrutiny. But this young man, as you speak, onye bibia saye, and you're the fourth Senate Papaya president. And you're the fourth, and the first Senate Papaya president, it doesn't mean, sir, and look what's also pay Abrabo Bibo. It doesn't really make sense. What are you trying to say? Sir, onye Jumada. What do you mean by onye Jumada? What sort of rubbish is that? What sort of nonsense is that? Onye Jumada, you want to be near Jumana? Onye Jumada, want to be near Jumana? The promotion, you know, obey to me the aqua because we all should na omre. The reason why a lot of bankers pay guarantor and they say we don't know you. It is a Ujania. A bad disability for Japadi be them because Ujania Japadi need to mean Jane. The Sharaf Mama say Okoko Jibosia say or the year the boxing promotion. The bankers in this country will give him. Even the foreign bankers will give him. Because they know say and they never pay a president. They will not love send the bad news wherever want to say Wabaji loan no yen then untry. So their name alone, so loan they are starting baby. So in your quest, say oh share something just to pin the Mahama depending on your drink crana. Depending on some now can toss him. This is a guy who was doing a promotion before ni papa yaba to abakrama ni papa so be renew so renew no nim but or any promotion that we've seen Sharaf Mahama all over the place making friends near the only young boys in the go they organize competition and play and they play you didn't see the sense that now on radio so now to TV so you never talked about it. That time now organizing promotion, organizing when you never question baby onya ni sika fi. But never papa be president Ogusu aoye na ade. This guy you never see him anywhere. Just say he seem cry say he's focused on what he's doing. Yen twinimram ni yemedina tam because yen ye believe say ya wan no kese. This time wonya aye defenders ye bebo 5 na ma no. Senior man, I catch you playing for Obian show will come. I'm telling you on authority. Obian wa yenina yefi e krase ye krase me fi kuma obesro ofi bomfa achiase yenina ya bankrase ye ba be hustle amafo be bra bankrase on ba be hustle ontumi sisi obia ontumi hunahuna obia se na obia ontumi hunahuna ontumi hunahuna obia etifa show trim sa say you there you can touch everybody man who say amafo kan wasem kakra no wadwa esi go kuma nu akwa wasem mi wadwa chese onti bi da kra e ma chese nsem bia okakanka no de ye wo ne personal problem but fasha wa adwinum say wodwumadi na wudi no obema ho aye clean do a clean job and obi ani woni asa but say we wadwin say amafo kakra e ba ye sports nim what do you mean by onyaska wa he no de do you know say Azuma Nelson fa phone efre Anthony Joshua at the time kwa no so waba Nigeria wa fa ne say oh ye bo boxing bi Ghana antie pese obe pass it through do you think Anthony Joshua betima catch Azuma Nelson say no mema no way because Ghana e ba no boxing na we ye ne US Cuba mu na e what the same pedestal ebia you don't know this we have boxing heritage. So if you see Amir Chan, mo say omo ba ha say Amir Chan no a promoter and promotion you know, o de ko baby a amanfo do boxing. It is possible say ebetuma bo boxing wa ha. Ebeye ma achi ebia UK. Because the amount of ebia investment or so mo ye, ema amanfo ko he boxing wo UK no. Ebia na they will not do the same investment. Yeah. But amanfo beko. This guy starting the promotion every time bia buko mare na yema. Every time bia and our sponsors KG or sponsor no KG or Emma GF $3 million for Coast League and you ought to me promotion the biaman for a ba a hobo ma on to me mano $500,000 on for any promotion. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why are you setting the young man up for insult and abuse? You know clearly said ya you know and ya the papa jandam na you know. You know. So why are you doing this? Then I'll show you Yasim. Then I'll show you Yasim. Hey, President Mahamo bu amamoni ya ndi sibesa wini. Wa muni ya ombeko. Enti enye de oba betina ho. Aha wani aka de anim. Ene be mo obi akwakoto abade ati obi ana obi abekwakoto abade ama obi o. De ade a ahon me mahu ni se amanfo bi dwen se Ghana fo nyina obi agimi. Sa na amanfo bi dwen o. Se omo believe se Ghana fo nyina obi agimi. Enti me metima ko bie microphone, maka bibia Ghana fo na betie. The mistake amanfo ye de eye no no. Wo de Ghana ni diagro, he obetima ba betie o de bia. Obetima ba betie o de bia. But a bus will take a decision. Dear no one trying TV anye about elections. Dear one try 1 year. To be kind, I say, my man, a share a year, a conform quarter to a board, a ball, a year, opium sword, a your call, a you know. On say opium sword, if you move the car, a diomochi. Touch my hormone, daddy, or quarter to board the boom near daddy. Okay, I can say, I'm going to show mochi. Nina, at the end of the day, NDC had the biggest victory in our history. So the influence for somebody to go and vote, you know. And you need the bread and butter issue, and your bread and butter issue, and yet the entire Babet and I say spinning agenda and a bit swell be no many mistake. Omo mutu abetia Jomama 2016 no, and your one almost abeto aba Edema 2024. So it tells you say ubu amamoni ya omo beden they will reward you. So now after comparing no omo compare we say hey na dollar na 4 cedis and amama na yesi empe na yetutia no ene ko fobi dia be ko 17 cedis ene ye fa come dia o de ko for you know that is the Ghanaian for you. That should tell you say Ghana for any ati Ghana for any bie eti memfa ehihye wo kuntan e metena ho me kansam na eye wadwen say waka ke say wafa ho di Shraf Mahama bano issue ni there. What goofy big time. What goofy big time. What goofy big time. And this is the only time you be kind of peace of mind there then. Eddie Achro. Now more who say what goofy a Branton or a private individual and or per boxing and why not just obey a promoter. Ghana as he was a 2-3 promoters. Yeah. And our bronze way baby jet cried and cry who say a couldn't say couldn't bronze promotions promoters in New York. Tia promoter by Kwaba Beshima about be Jan Mobe Ed Winnie Babisino who enemy Obwa Obwa any Obwa I'm telling you and Kobe Bia Massa share Vadina Nanyankopo and Kobe Bia eti focus in Kwanche no Akufo-Addo mano they got themselves involved in what governance omuborem nti uborem dia ani obi ape bi oka kire president Mahama yi every day bia won atemidi omudi ni saa politically exposed omudi na tem omudi no pepepe and he is not worried. Nobody is worried because adwuma ne mra na ka ho bi. But ne bana no a private individual ye na de ne de chairman could wasam bana so dia eno ne ebehu se no den personal ade na wo ye no nti yeso na ye pen asem no yeso ye be trust yeso be defend no eni kwa say you get to that level because o present won so wo ye ohene eno ohene a ofia santiman mu ba de ohia santiman ye kingdom ti obi a osom kingdom ni bia no enye nipa ketwa na se bi wa ba betra wa be kekanse mu no thinking say or man for no ebe fa ne keke dia na boy ne ye o deserve sa criticism no dia na boy ne ye o deserve sa comparison in the first place the o serve wa ban mu and the on serve wa ban mu usi den ye comparison man ye usi den ye comparison no e man ye money man
Yes, I think with that approach, very bad. I didn't make us say, Yenfa Bibian chain. This is a boxing fraternity. For the past years, I had the impossible to me pushy boxers. I'm going to kwanya kwa koko ewo Ghana dimu. Yehu boxers ni bebia omunti mimpo nko menim because of the promotion home based boxing fraternity nankasa ntimi pushi. Intisi yenya a promoter and a young promoter or a young person investing or having the love of this boxing type of sports. No, my imagine so who shema. We need to encourage them. Say a president ba you be or baby ba the moment a nipa nenya sa akomano so person ye eboa magana boxing do nenim e do that level ye na betimi benefit as a nation. I think Anthony Joshua ba eba be adie we ankokwe betimi akwa that way an international sports program to say Anthony Joshua
ZN for no?
Yes, airport and
it's
something that it brings down to the aspect is okay. Sisiano.
You bet me host or IBF WBO. You bet me host correct arena wa.
Bukom arena. Omutimi boho masadia and the meaning say any African competition, any world competition, you bet me there about. So sometimes do baby I enjoy the other side of Unyama Eshenu. No be at the par. We should encourage them and push. And they say we encourage any pani push here. Ubintu one channel or nisika kakra. No zoom person de boa another sports. Or no so be energy so be invested. But when I say backlash near baby me cram the misika kwa kushima yenhwe in general uyi yen sports apart from football ni kwa na papa boxing nanka eno netimi die do the level Azuma Nelson mutimi mu eje world championships no
wonim say mentwa wano
yentimi maintain
mutimi say wonim say edru time bi aye boxer ne kokon ye
yes
ene yedi ni sika to sadin ebe che ema ayo man no
yes
na anu ya na president Kufuor ye den 8 years can back
to the boxer
all these years a boxer and a day we your I court you want Naya Okunodu you was Zuma Nelson you were Joshua Clottey you were Joseph Agbeko Komi Isaac Dogbe what you say now afina yetumi anya ayasamotechi ono call Olympic Games or to so we need promoters to what arrange bout for him.
Yes.
What I say visa restriction near the problem. And before you go out there, go to the US to go and meet the Mexicans, to go and meet the Cubans. Since a boxing no technique na then. And improve your cononym. So you need to be ready. Me no can say din me boy kra me refi me bo ni din sisi a boxer Olympic techi was say naka bout you kra boy no sanka onusunya enya ne opponent we need to be giving him bout na bout no be man is promoters no and be because who allow say associations in any way associations no there they will talk to another association no ma for Nigeria ni bia na Senegal ni bia ono so prepare no. But promoters no they will go out there and go and bring the best
because on so say or the
yes on the tone in here then ni show ti any promoters wa say what I say it was so
yes intino I think is a good initiative say etimi enya obi ayi na kumemu say abosia na obo say bibi na oye o say baby ani sika ni free ba no ho de ehumpo de ehia nke enigye ni say
there be me fan say eno de hwe o man na yetim no mraman say obi ye believe say nipa no baby a onya ni sika free no
but on the list baby a
you go and report
the person
to the other agencies near the eno de any concept because yes na kwese obi no obi cocaine kura na
there be on say sporting event mostly no ehia me man say bia say onya usike ni na ansa na wetimi akoye utimi siki sponsors
yes
utimi siki loan based on say my gidie say metimi aya ade no nti ebia metimi aya mana yeyi na me no so no metimi tua me sika na me so me fa so a me hwehwe no means metimi enya any the aim of trying to invest in that particular sports no ebetimi akoso nti we getting young people investing themselves into sports ya de ba kwa Ghana ha ekofem nti yenya a younger person coming in putting in that effort to make sure say boxing na ya de ba kwa na first etima enije first ne papa no mo sorry ahomatu
Yes.
Na ho twen ehwe boxing.
Yes.
Ehwe Azuma mo so omo beko. Ene the last time I hu yem boxing bout say bi obi say me twen 2-1 mpo ache ye. Inti ene yenya obi no say pushi that sports ni say ebenya that strength bioma. I think for political side ne do baby we shouldn't be trying to judge people based on maybe onimobi and no related to obinti. Send your boss no. Their political side. Their political side. So feel say ni papa e bibi now person call on that level is different. But ne is wetime rema or sponsors and yes show no more ye na sponsors in sponsors was here into a sponsors agreement kohempo e bia sponsors ni sika
betima ba kura say waboka.
Yes,
it is possible say waboka. Yes. But you don't know what one na will be so unnecessary rubbish questions, and
we should stop putting that perception in people's mind say obiye bibi no ni mobi wa aban mu na manu so ntin ebia sebi ya fiscal work anaga ne sika ne afa na dia manipa na ye obi wo ho ambition ni so betimi aye bibi aboa Ghana ko no nti so oye no de ono an ho to hwa ye ne yi a aye mboa na nyama ntimi koyi in the end no Ghana in a whole and be benefit because ene ye kan ye mbo ni din so ono na box e be ka say Ghana hosti boxing bout and na so na did that exposure ama ene boxers no.
Yes, ye nka say obi diska men kan wasam. But boy on holding political position there and Kiyaman is sports minister and the company they promote we are you have every right to talk about it. Say a man on National Sports Authority boss and all we are only appointment be the enemy say or a Sharaf Mahama without any title. He is just fortunate say we free Busuya emuyem. What I say? Who kofre abusuya mu ye na wo de handkerchief agichiri utidi ntoma agu ho a wo kwa apena amba se wo yo hene wo fi abusuya fortunate abusuya ana meboa enti na wo so ye den wo enjoy sa we no obi enu oba be bisa wo se adentina yesi wo hene obi enu sa right no wo nyame na aye wadom na watumi afiri sa abusuya ono so nyame na dom na wafi abusuya se biebi wom yenim se ne papa nua ayo defo ono no aban abako aban ba yehu se wakobo kroni bia me yache anase we private citizen and yehu se otumi yedai ema Ghana ni $100,000 $200,000 obi yare obi hia bibi obi hia moa it is ask can otumi nyibi mfama ne bar say oh jina also what you want to do no also for build it an empire for your own. Don't rely on your father. We should up the conversation, and like I said, let it be the last time we hear this nonsense from people or carrying home somewhere. Let it be the last time we hear this rubbish. It's as simple as that. Right, and I did akumu pa because you're starting them. Nti yenhwe ene matches no
yes yenhwe
yenhwe club world cup no na fe ye moboso ma etiefo yeah
nti ene me odds in there 3 games na ekoso na yehwe na yensu yetimi ede ama ahwefo kakra mo mu nso yetimi afiska MYBET.AFRICA because ehun hia sikasem ni de ehun hia ye pa nti no ene Chelsea game mo bebo ne Los Angeles adeba 1 game one game and me person.
Okay, the moment starting now they are ready now. Yeah, Chelsea there no bet builder. Chelsea to score 2 over 2.5. Chelsea to win.
Okay.
And Benfica ne Boca Juniors. Benfica to win either half. And Oko CONCACAF Gold Cup.
Okay.
Panama ne Guadalupe enable ko Panama straight win. Ena Jamaica enso ne Guatemala ebebo over 1.5. Jamaica ne Guatemala over 1.5. Ena Flamingo ene Esperance match no. Esperance handicap 3.
Okay. Inti mami nso mbobo media ne so Chelsea ni Los Angeles Chelsea straight win and over 2.5 and a corners of 8.5 and Boca Juniors any Benfica, that is Benfica win or draw ɛna under 3.5 goals ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna Flamingo ɛne Esperance ɛno nso 1.5 nti ɛma 5 odds code no ɛyɛ 8VYY 8VYY nso fa kakra ta echi na fa fiscal ɛwɔ MYBET.AFRICA.
Okay, me message me code no e dey call Telegram account na Sports Arena SPORTS na what intemu ARENA Arena na fe bibia tumi akoye nyame adom na adom ya o kyan be se hia ana enwumre be
yes Chelsea and Los Angeles Intino watch along into obi ambehwe bi
ti be hia yakramo.